What it is, focus your homeboy first. Back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put it on something. Happy to have my brother Tim G. Jacob here with me. Back at the crib. Y'all know last episode he was at his palatial estate.
There you go.
Okay. But he
There you go.
but he back to where y'all used to see him at. T, what have been to see him?
And everything good, man. Everything good, man. Just back at the original spot.
Right.
You know, got the big pond above me and the Parliament Funkadelic behind me and everything, you know. Back with the CDs. I told the people I had the CD covers back, man. They back.
Right. You need to have that old Kanye up there, that record that he got, that song. It's a celebration. Cause you know, y'all see what's on his head right there, America. You see he wearing that. He don't care about my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Because his 49ers just whooped up on my Packers. So my brother don't care about my mental health. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. You know what I'm talking about? Because Jackson State's women are holding me down. They care about my mental health.
Right.
They are holding me down. You know what I'm talking about? But we finna get into that. Before we get into that, I'm going to tell you, America, as always, this is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. So make sure you go to statementteesllc.com or head on over there to Facebook. Hit us up and let us know some custom that you might desire. But America, y'all see what's right there in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson State's women, they're not getting the respect, the credit that they deserve. And I'm gonna call myself out on some, America. All throughout football season, when the football team won, we struck up the band.
Right.
And some told me, I said, you know what? I ain't struck up the band yet during basketball season. Why have I not done that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to rectify that today. I'm going to tell y'all right now, going forward, if the women's team or the men's team sweep the week,
right,
go undefeated during the week, we going to strike up the motherfucking band. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jackson State women. Coastal Mickarine. Amisha Williams Holiday. Logan out there with that rock. Y'all watch it. She got that. I'll tell you about that. She got that dog in her.
Hey, attention, NCAA.
Woodard, Hooper. All them girls, hooping.
Hey, attention, NCAA.
They pushing P out there. That's what the young folks play, right? They pushing P.
That's that new one I ain't got on yet. I ain't got on that one. I thought they were talking about powder when they said P. I thought it was powder.
Look, they pushing paint points. They pushing pressure defense. They can run your man-to-man. They can run your 2-2-1 press, whatever you want to do. Right. They running solid screens. All right, so they pushing picks. You know what I'm saying? They can screen roll this thing, pick and roll this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Right. They pushing point guard because Rogan is a true point. You know what I'm talking about? She gonna hold you down. Like I told y'all on Twitter and Instagram, you know what I'm saying, when they were playing TSU, and I want to say that was Crump came down on the fast break, and they were already up by like 30. All right, but Crump went up, went with a right hand, you know what I'm talking about. Should have laid up with 11, old girl, beat it. Some little girl from Compton, you know what I'm talking about. So Rob J was like, oh, that girl got hard, you know what I'm talking about. She ain't scared of nothing. The very next play, Rogan got that ball. It was a baseline out of bounds. She shook, got the ball, came, right to left crossover. It's very same girl. Layup game. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they doing.
They doing it, man.
They pushing P. That's what the young folks say.
They doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
They doing it.
But they not getting the respect they deserve. I go down to Clarion Ledger. Clarion Ledger did an excellent job with the football team. And I gave them their credit. We've had one of their reporters on here before, previous reporter, Rashad Milligan. You know what I'm talking I think they got a brother, Thompson might be his last name that they got now. That brother's covering Jackson State football eloquently. Where he writes about it eloquently, covers it hard. But I'm scrolling down my app, dog, and shit. I can't really find those stories for real, to give me extra insight on this dominant squad. They whooping ass, T. Whooping ass. They beat America, and in case you missed it this week, on Dr. King Day, Jackson State women beat Texas Southern by a score of 92-6-8. All right. They followed that up on Saturday, well, which we're taping today, and they whooped up on Bethune-Cookman 82-49. And these games actually weren't even as close as those scores show. Okay. Other than Texas, I will give Texas Southern credit for the first half. Texas Southern played us tough in their first half. All right. And see, that's what I'm saying, T. This shit ain't covered up. A legend coaches TSU. Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah.
Who got a GOAT case for women's basketball herself.
Yeah, she does.
She got a GOAT case herself.
Yeah.
She's coaching.
She does.
TSU. She's been in the SWAC because she got SWAC titles from Prairie View.
Right.
And shit, you would think ESPN would even chronicle that, like that's one of the greats of the WNBA. You just had WNBA 25th anniversary season, so it would look like, hey, let's find some of our greats. Let's see what our greats are doing right now. And this woman down here coaching her ass off in the SWAC.
Yeah,
you don't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? So she had them girls playing hard. They at the half in that game we were up 10. But it really, because we blitzed them in the last part of the half in that second quarter. But earlier than that, it was kind of nip and tuck. And then we ran off on the plug in the third, and then, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much over with. And then Bethune-Cookman, it just was a wrap. They just pretty much start to finish.
Right.
Just beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Total team effort, though. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, you see Misha is a walking double-double. We see what she's doing. You know, Rogan, reigning player of the year and everything like that. But LaMiracle, that girl's solid as fuck. Like, if Misha goes out, or like in the Bethune-Cookman game, I think LaMiracle had to start. I think one of the girls got hurt in that TSU game. Had like some lower leg injury, either with ankle. That was Woodard. Got hurt in the third quarter of the TSU game, kind of similar to the play that KD got hurt, but she ended up coming back in after that. But she kind of re-aggravated it in the fourth quarter, kind of like during garbage time. So LaMiracle, she played well in that TSU game. She played well against Bethune-Cookman. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Crump, hooping, Luckett, giving you heady plays. She had a play. Remember, Pip threw that ball off dude back on the baseline out of bounds back when we were little and everything. That heady play. She had one of them plays. You know what I'm talking about? Pretty much everybody that Coach Reed puts in the game. Hoop. You know how we've been saying Mississippi schools, colleges need to do a good job of getting the majority of the folks off these dandy lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Coach Reed done that.
Yeah. She's sweeping up the state.
And she working the transfer portal game. So
yeah,
I just don't understand it for the life of me, T, why I can't get more out of the clearing ledger about them. I know what it is. Football paying the bill. Football getting the clicks and everything.
It is.
But T, shouldn't this be different for a team this dominant?
Well, you would think so. You would think we would appreciate the dominance that's before us. I mean, but I think back to like the old Delta State basketball teams. I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there, where Delta State had like this crazy winning streak. If you remember, like 100-something game winning streak where they were just running through. That was the Gulf South Conference, I believe, the GSC. and
Mm-hmm.
the Lady Statesmen were hooping.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember this right now, and it only got the block in Clarion Ledger like this big. Now, granted, they were Division 2, Division 3 at the time, whatever Delta State was back then. I can't remember, but they only got the section. Well, they were NAIA, one of them, but they only got this much of print in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So, they sooner or later they're gonna have to pay attention. It's just gonna take Jackson State to knock one off. All they got to do is get one. If they'd have gotten Arkansas, that Arkansas game would have changed everything. When they lost by, I believe it was 4. Or the Miami game, it would have changed everything. Because that's just what we're latchers on. That's what we are in this state. We latch on to things that aren't paying the bills when they may be a juicy story, a good print. In my opinion, that's what I see.
Because there's some stories there, T. I know it's a business, but there's some stories on this team.
Yeah.
From what I heard today about Amisha's story, like when they playing Bethune-Cookman, their commentator running down her story. Her story is amazing. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, Alexis' story.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. They ran down all the various stops that Coach Reed has been to. I knew Coach Reed from coaching at Hines.
Right.
But bro, they ran that. Coach Reed got a resume for real, for real.
Yeah.
She done been around the way.
Right.
Coaching. And this brother said that she was like the recruiting coordinator everywhere she went.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of speaks to how she ran these girls in. Like this,
Yeah.
she used to. Like, there's a lot of girls on the Daphne, who I haven't seen her, play yet.
Daphne
But
White.
yeah, that's a former 5-star.
Man.
Can I get a story about, how things went left wherever she was and why she ended up coming to Jackson?
Yeah.
Like, there are stories, bro, that should be, especially this the NIL era. You know what I'm saying? And these girls, I'm sure they own social media and stuff like that. we see how the WNBA girls work social.
Mm-hmm.
They work it.
They got to. Yeah.
These ladies will get a fan base quick on social media. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So it's just wild to me though, T. But we were talking about something else.
Oh yeah.
Before we kick this off too,
this is the thing that
about them not getting the respect and credit they deserve. This is what worries me. If something flukish should happen, in that tournament, and we don't get that automatic bid, will we get disrespected and not get that at large? Because clearly, Jack State is the best team in the SWAC. But of course, in 1 week of conference tournament play, Misha can get in foul trouble and Rogan turn her ankle, any kind of crazy. COVID. COVID can change the tournament.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I put it to you like this, man. Me and you, we talking the same talk right now. But it's 356 teams, right? In D1. And this is based on the new, RPI was a thing way back when. RPI was their strength of schedule and all this other stuff that they mixed in, and they had these different rankings out here. But now the new thing is the net rankings. Net rankings is a big deal in college basketball now. That's the new I'm trying to think of what they call it in college football, but that's just the new standard of how they look at teams across the board, and they use that for tournament time and seedings and all that type of stuff. Is who they played, their record, their opponents, winning percentages and things of that sort. Well, let's just take Jackson State. Clearly, Jackson State right now is far and above the rest in their conference because they're in the top 100 in the net rankings. They're 86. And everybody else is either 200 and something or less or more. Well, however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the competition that Jackson State put on the schedule this year. We've talked about it on here. Miami, Texas, Arkansas. And if you look at these teams right now, the teams they played in the net rankings, I think I saw Arkansas was 26, Texas was 6. They played Mississippi State. Mississippi State was 60 in the net rankings. So it's not like they went and got a hold to some of the best in the country and said,
And played them tough.
we want to play y'all. Play you tough. Could have gotten Miami, should have gotten Miami, should have gotten Arkansas. I ain't gonna say could have. They should have gotten Miami, should have gotten Arkansas. These games matter. So, like we're talking about with the conference tournament time, and one bad weekend turns around and basically takes a team that has been clearly the most dominant team in their conference and has played the schedule that means something should they not get in that large. Okay, say Southern wins the SWAC postseason tournament. Okay, fine, I get it. But you have I challenge the NCAA to look hard at Jackson State and go, nah, there's no reason why they can't be in. There's no reason why they shouldn't be in.
Exactly. But then it comes down to, okay, who was paying attention to see what they really were doing all year? Do they have somebody that's really on the beat? Because it seems like the people right here ain't on the beat.
Well, that's true.
See, like we covering it more intently than these the WAPT, WLBT, Fox, and Clarion Ledger. See, like we covering it more intently than they are.
Yeah, and really, it's to me. I mean, the outside of the news stations, it's a shame. No matter how you slice it, to not be giving them the type of press and time to really be looking at these girls and going, "Hey, you know, the defending SWAC champs. They were a 15 seed last year in the tournament. Me personally, right now, I think they could be a 14. I think they could be a 13. You know, I think the NCAA needs to look at them in the same vacuum that they look at everybody else and go, yeah, like they're good enough that I think they should be at least playing a 3 seed or a 4 seed in the tournament. And they should get in that large bid. Hell, make them a 5-12. They expanded the tournament to 68 teams this year, as I understand it. So put them in the 5-12 matchup. That'd be good TV. We'll watch.
And America, hopefully it doesn't come down to this.
Okay? Yeah, of course.
Okay,
of course.
we just thinking forward. Okay, because we just see they not getting the love locally. So how we expect if God forbid something happen like that they would get the respect they supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? So we want everybody to do a better job with that. You know what I'm saying? We covering it, but you see, like I said, I'm gonna strike up the band. They deserve that shit too.
Oh yeah, all the time.
You understand?
All the time.
So
all the time.
I encourage everybody to hop on this bandwagon. I really think we can have something special here with this team. Really build something, especially in this sense. They doing this. They being dominant without a celebrity coach like Prime.
Right.
They doing this with a coach that just got it out the mud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine if we start tweeting about them and posting about them and doing like we be doing about the football team and doing that about them and running that shit up. Know what that's going to do? Attract more recruits.
Yeah.
It's going to attract somebody. I saw some girl in the Clarion Ledger. My wife showed me. Got like millions of dollars in like scholarship awards. And like everybody on her list was a HBCU. Okay, so while that vibe is going, what about we get another one of these 5 stars? Like, okay, Daphne was a 5-star, but maybe we get them to come straight to Jackson State, not have to go and Cole Reed ain't got a fish for them. They just say, you know what, I'm gonna Travis Hunter this motherfucker.
Yeah. Call Miss Booker right there in the area, man. Call Miss
Oh,
Booker
Jay
up
had her. The DJ had account. At her, please. Okay? At Miss Madison Booker, right?
Yeah.
At Miss Madison Booker. She hoop at Germantown. She's been on the Olympic team. She's a 5-star. UConn want her. Everybody and their mama want her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get at her Jackson State community. Okay?
Yeah.
We got to show that we got that same vibe and energy for this women's team that we have for the basketball, but for the football team, excuse me, to try to lure a girl like that on. No.
Yeah.
Okay? That young lady should be playing in the AAC as well.
Yeah.
All right. So get these women the damn respect that they deserve.
Yep.
Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.